Commissioner Gale.
I move that we table this matter to allow more time for public input. When we are voting on something that impacts so many people throughout the county, in this case every car owner and vehicle and truck owner throughout the county, we should announce it to the public in advance during a public meeting, have a presentation, and then have time to provide input from the public. We're talking about the owners of over 690,000 registered vehicles. So my motion is to table this matter, make this a public announcement of the fee so that we can receive more feedback from the public.
Commissioner Gale makes a motion. Is there a second? Seeing no second, the motion is not considered. Do you have further comments?
I'll continue with my comments. It's practically comical to say that we have a revenue problem when it comes to infrastructure. We just saw a graph that said 2001 to present day. It's at the highest level in history of revenue to go towards infrastructure. We don't have a revenue problem. We have a cost problem. And when I went public with this and educated residents in Montgomery County about this issue, I offered alternatives. I offered prevailing wage reform. I offered opening the bid process to more independent contractors. We have an issue with the cost. These projects take years. Sometimes these bridges are closed for 16, 11 years. Then it takes years to fix them, and millions and millions and millions of dollars. We also have the highest gas tax in the whole entire nation. Pennsylvania is the highest gas tax. 50 cents per every gallon at the pump is taxed. Then it goes to bureaucrats in government that waste it. We see it going to the state police pension system. All this is supposed to be going to roads, and it's an endless cycle of waste, fraud, and abuse. It just continues and continues. And something like this deserves more public input. It affects every vehicle driver in the whole entire county. And we do not have a revenue problem. We have a cost problem. We should do things from the state level down to the county level to the municipal level to make solutions to bring down the costs. And I've offered those solutions. I've received a lot of feedback from the public. The public disagrees with this. And as far as the Republican State House, State Senate, and Republican governor passing Act 89, giving us the highest gas tax in the whole entire nation, we have to remember that Republican governor was rejected. He was the only incumbent governor in the country to not be reelected in 2014. Because people are fed up with government grabbing money out of their pocketbooks and wallets constantly. It's never ending. Enough is enough. Eventually you have to say enough is enough. I have the courage to do that, and my voice represents a large constituency throughout Montgomery County. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to hold my comments. Commissioner Gale, did you have another comment?
Yes, it was mentioned during public comment. The Transportation Authority member stated, "You get what you pay. We get what we pay for." In my view, the public pays enough, and I agree that one of the core functions of government is to maintain infrastructure. We should already be doing that with the money we collect from the public. And what separates me from most elected officials is I don't take no for an answer. I don't think just because the federal government puts money into roads that we shouldn't lobby congressmen and lobby the state to implement changes like prevailing wage reform and stop relying so heavily on union labor that tends to be more expensive and takes longer to complete. Instead, I separate myself because I'm trying to make alternatives. Instead, we have people in Harrisburg and every level of government, their solution is to go back to the public and get more money. Well, we go back to the public this year. The county raised their property tax by 10%, 9.87%, generated over $18 million of new revenue. We have that new revenue. We already have the highest gas tax in the whole entire nation. That's not enough. So what we do is we don't look for solutions, most elected officials. Instead, they take the easy approach. They go back to the public, and they keep doing money grabs after money grabs. And I have a list of emails of people that agree with my viewpoint. So I'm not the sole person with this opinion. I represent a large majority of constituents in Montgomery County. I think it's an insult that we go back for another $5 fee when their county property tax was just increased and they pay the highest gas tax in the whole entire nation. Enough is enough, and I say that's it.
And with that, I'd ask that the roll call be made.
Chair Shapiro?
Aye.
Vice Chair Arkush?
Aye.
Councilman Gale?
Opposed?
And the ordinance is adopted.